are you? Welcome to Conversations with me, Njoki. I hope that from the last time we talked, you are well. You're actually at a good place. I hope things are working out for you. For those of you who are wondering why I am here seated on a couch, what am I trying to do? Well, this is a different side of me. I know I'm a musician, and that's how I have introduced myself to you before, from the MN Project, 52 Weeks, 52 Songs. But there's a different side of me. When I went to school, when I went through the books, when I went to get my degree, my master's, what I studied was psychology, specifically counseling psychology. There's many things under psychology. So I'm a counseling psychologist. Right now I'm practicing in a school here in Nairobi, but I am also here just kind of spreading it around with conversations with me, Njoki. So that's what this show is about, where we get to talk about different things that I think are important. Conversations with Njoki is a place where we will get to do three things. Number one, we will introspect. That means we will go internal. We will think about the conversation that we're having in the day and check ourselves. Where am I at? Have I ever thought about this topic before? Are there decisions I need to make given what we've talked about? So we're going below the surface internally and just checking ourselves for progress for the sake of moving forward. So we will check ourselves, introspection. Number two, information. Everything we talk about here, as promised before, I promise you moving forward, we will gain knowledge on it. How? I will read up on the topic. I will see what experts are saying. Is there research that has been done on it? And so not only will I gain knowledge in my research, but I will pass that information on to you, and all of us will just be better for it, okay? Number three, growth. Ultimately, we want to be able to progress. And so despite our circumstances, now we have information. Now it's been brought to us that, hey, there's something I can do about it. What do I need to do? What do I need? What do you need to do given the conversation of the day? And ultimately, anyone who checks themselves and gains knowledge and then makes progress, a decision, an action to move forward, grows. So ultimately on this show, we want to grow. Three things: to introspect. Number two, gain knowledge, information. And number three, to grow. So today's topic is social media and possible misperceptions we get from it. This is how it came about. I have interacted with people who have interacted with my page, the Njoki page on the MN Project. And what has happened is that every time I'm in studio, I put up a picture on Instagram, I put up a picture on Facebook. I'm always posting, there's always a picture. If I traveled, I did the same thing. And we all do that. We all do that on social media. But these people, some of them, have written to me and they're like, your life looks so perfect. And I even have friends who know me, who know more about me than just the platforms. But they're like, we're just toiling at work as you live your fabulous life. And I'm like, my goodness, that is so far from the truth. Not that the stories that I put up are a lie, but the perceptions could be, they're far removed from reality, some of them. And so the topic for today is social media and possible misperceptions that we get from it. Question: have you followed someone, a friend, on Facebook or on Twitter or Instagram, and they did not follow you back? And how did that make you feel? A friend of yours, people you know, or you started a page, it's a business, you put it up and your friends are not liking the page, they're not following you. How have you felt about that? Or have you seen your friends take pictures on Facebook, people you can maybe hang out with, people you usually hang out with, they went out or they traveled or they did something, you had no idea. How did that make you feel? There's an article on Psychology Today that talked about that, where it said that social media induced angst, which is anxiety, has increased for people, many people, with the use of social media. And that means that people are actually using it to gauge their relationships. People are using it to look at themselves and say, does this mean we're not friends anymore? Does this mean this? Does it mean my life is like this? And so that's what the article was talking about, that there is a bit of a negativity where there's social media anxiety coming in. Like now we are becoming more anxious as people because we're using these platforms to gain affirmation, and when it doesn't come, it affects us.
Margaret Duffy, I am professor and faculty chair of strategic communication at the Missouri School of Journalism. Facebook use itself can be healthy. It can have positive effects on people's well-being and their feelings of well-being. But Facebook use based on surveillance of other people leads to envy, and it's long established in psychological practice that envy can be a great risk for depression. There were 736 students who participated in the survey. We asked them about their Facebook use, whether it was heavy or light. We used a scale for depression on how they felt, and we developed a scale for Facebook envy that measured certain types of behaviors, and we put those things together. Surveillance Facebook use is different from just connecting with friends and interacting with them on a social network. It really involves your viewing others and not really interacting with them. So you're going on seeing that they're developing relationships, they have a new job, they have exciting vacations. All of these kinds of things can be part of a surveillance aspect of Facebook use. Risk for college students for depression is greater now than it's ever been. And since 100% of them use Facebook approximately, we wanted to know how that figured into potential for depression. Particularly among this group demographic, they don't really love Facebook anymore, but they feel compelled to use it. They feel compelled to keep up their profile, to look good, and as many of my students say, to present my best self. It's not helpful to view the happy experiences of others and feel envy, and you are putting yourself at risk. We think this gives us pretty solid evidence that the phenomenon of Facebook envy leading to depression is a solid one.
Also, in a study, a 2012 study in the Journal of Cyberpsychology, Social Behavior and Networking, they found that the more people used Facebook in the duration of a week, they studied guys for a week, and they said that the more people spent on Facebook for 1 week, the more they came out feeling that other people's lives were better and that they were happier than they actually were, than the users were, and they even felt lonelier or more frustrated with their lives. In the same way, there's a study in a journal called Plus One, where they found exactly the same thing, that the more people used social media, the more they recorded dissatisfaction with their own lives. Why? Because of the social comparison, which is the misperceptions we're talking about, where you know what, people put up pictures, I have put up pictures, and we sit down and we look at guys, their lives, oh, I graduated, or I got a job, or I'm engaged, or just pictures of I traveled here and there. And we instantly feel, or you have felt, or I have felt, that what's going on in my life? How come my life is not this happy? And people have actually left feeling more angry with their own lives, more frustrated with their own lives, or even envious. This was in the studies, that there's a negativity, there's a high, an increase in negative emotions and reflections on our own lives when we get on the platforms. And it's because of the social comparison. And this is concerning because you know what? When we gauge our lives or the lives of others based on social media, it's a bit shallow. And it's not to insult, because I've done it, so it's not to insult anyone. It's not just shallow, but there's no substance to it. I mean, it's just normal that I would put up pictures of things that are progressing and things that are going well, and I traveled and I was in studio, on the MM project, and this and that is going on. But personally, I have had really low lows, so many low lows. I've not wanted to record, I've been sick, I had a disagreement with so-and-so, and just normal life. I have lived a normal life like you're living a normal life. But when I put up pictures, it looks like everything is perfect. Or I don't know where finances are going to come from. And so really, people who have gauged the other lives and looked at themselves and felt like my life is not going on, it's a lie. Don't do it. Don't do it. And just let's use this platform to check ourselves now. Now that you have the information that out there's studies and they've said that people are actually getting more anxious about their lives. People are even recording loneliness, higher levels of loneliness. People are thinking that other guys are happier than they are when they use social media. Where is it coming from? Check yourself if you've been there. And then just stop. Stop yourself if you know you're one of those people, or if it comes up. If it comes up for me, let's all work on stopping it and just saying, you know what? Real life is that there are ups and downs. I don't know this person's ups and downs, so I'll just stay on my path, be happy for them, and move on. Having said that, social media is not all bad. In fact, we cannot blame the gadget or the platform itself. It's really us and how we react. But we have connected with people. We use it to connect. We use it to get information. It's really about balance and checking ourselves. Okay, so I'm not here saying down with social media. I'm here saying check yourself as I check myself. Social media is not bad, but how is it leaving you? Are you perceiving things the right way or not? I hope it has been helpful for you, or it has jolted you a bit. Like, what? I can't believe I've been going through this. I hope that this conversation today was helpful for you. As always, if there's more you have to say about this that would build someone else, that would build me and everyone else on the platform, please comment and give that information. Guys did that last week. Thank you so much for those of you who did that. You actually added information. That's why we are here, to help each other grow. So thank you if you commented. If you have something to say about what we talked about today, feel free to comment on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. Just let's have the information out there, okay? As always, I'm on Facebook. Njoki is the page. Please get on there if you haven't already, and like it. Like the page if you haven't, and just check out what's going on there. There's a lot that's happening on the page. I'm on Instagram, Njoki254. All right, go there and follow me. I'm on Twitter as well, at Njoki254. And if you've not subscribed to the YouTube channel, the page or the channel is Njoki. Please get on there and subscribe. It is free subscription. But as always, I loved talking. You have to talk back for it to be a conversation. So please talk back. All right? Thank you.